Good evening, fucking hello. So this is where we stopped last time. So this is where we were zooming. Zooming and resuming. Hopefully I ink this page before bed. When am I going to bed? Could be anywhere between now and 2 a.m. GMT -1. CET. Oh, right. Drawing this. But not with an eraser. I don't know why I drew this hand so thick. I'm not fixing it. It is what it is. Oh, shoot. I realized that I looked up what kind of jacket I drew last stream. And then I may have promptly forgotten it. I've forgotten what it actually looked like. Right. Whatever, just keep drawing. If I get lost, I'll just try and find that reference picture again. What I did today was I plugged in my printer again because somebody had me print some form for them. And what I want to do is I want to actually finally set up, the thing that I was thinking about doing for a while and would be very beneficial to me, which is that I want to print out all my character references, the ones that are relevant anyway, at least for the section of the story that I'm currently drawing, and then switch those out in the future based on what I'm supposed to be drawing in general. Because flipping back and forth to older pages and re-familiarizing myself with things, and then the worst thing is when you have to, quit out of this program or quit out of this app in order to find your references, and then either you drag your references onto the page that you're drawing, or you just remember what you were trying to look up, or you slide that reference app into split view, and then the original app that you've been drawing in crashes and you have to relaunch it, and your flow just goes to shit. And having those references printed out would be the best. Would be even better than having them on a second screen IMO. Because I'm using the second screen, right? I want to be monitoring my chat. It's not necessary right now because there's nobody here. But what if there was? Sometimes I have to ban a bot, So that's the most action this chat's been seeing since I started streaming. Basically no viewers. Right, I added some other songs into my playlist, so I'm gonna I'm gonna play some Cassiopeia later. After this song, actually, if I remember to do that. If I end up being too in the zone and forget to play music, which could easily happen, then I won't. But I think I'll remember. Wait, should load it up. Actually, I don't know if maybe it's just find it. Wait, what's the point of making a playlist if it's so large that I can't actually navigate it and I have to literally search for the things I would like to play? But he does not have his Klitschko Brothers poster on his locker yet, I think. Most likely, I don't know. Who knows? Gorgeous. I love that it works now. should have done this sooner, dude. I don't know what these holes are for. If only there was chat here to let me know. Oh, great. Didn't realize. All right, panel 2. Oh, didn't rename it. Right, I've established a couple days ago when I was first sketching this that you hold your jacket at the bottom. You know, I was just trying to figure out what to do with his hands. But it is slightly weird because crucially, I didn't want him to actually fully zip up his jacket yet because he's still indoors. He's just fastening it down to stop it from flapping. So I'm gonna actually not draw the top hand all the way up here. It's gonna be here somewhere. And then this is a straight line because of the tension. Flap over pocket. Easy peasy texture. I don't even know if... I feel like it's too dark. I don't even know if... Dude, what was I trying to say? If the jacket's pockets are like this, exactly. Dude, I love how Otomo draws pants. And maybe I've been overdoing it with the lines, with the little, not actually creases. Like, if the, I'm gonna delete this actually. If the pants have a little rougher texture, then you can just draw it that way. Okay, let's check cast shadows. Cast shadows by Otomo are also, yeah. Like, first of all, they exist, which already is a specific artistic choice. Some people, me included, used to love to just not do them because they felt overpowering. And honestly, he has different approaches to cast shadow. And they aren't always that dark, and they are not even always drawn in the same way. Okay. The head. Right, background time. I seem to remember I try to put a vanishing point up in here. I'm not sure I even agree with it anymore. I guess this would be it. Would there be a light fixture up on the ceiling in this room or in this hallway? Right. I like to draw these ostensibly textures, or rather shading doubling as texture and also information about depth is very fun. You know, like you get the gradient with perhaps some more ambient occlusion from up top because the light that is pulling in is coming from the top, but it is diffused, so the shadow isn't that sharp. And it gets a little brighter by the bottom. Brighter by the bottom. And then I'm gonna still have to draw like some motivational poster slash ads for supplements, or who knows what they put in. Whoa, what the heck? What they would put in gyms of this kind. If you can believe it, I don't go to the gym, and I don't go to a gym, and I don't go to a gym like this. Yeah, maybe there should be some brick texture again. I'm not super sold on that. One thing that's making me second guess this shading choice is that there's going to be sound effects on there, which might make them completely disappear. Who knows? I'll try it. But like this, I'm satisfied. Is it? I'm gonna have to go back to previous panel, which is here. Right, this is roughly the same, right? That's rough. Love it when Procreate crashes. And we're back. Okay. It's tough. Okay, where do we stop? Oh boy, there's still a bunch of stuff to ink, huh? But I'm definitely gonna be capable of finishing this page. You know, I was satisfied with this face, but I'm not satisfied with the eyes. think about it. Maybe the mouth is not that good either. Because I want to have like this grin, right? Or like an actually wider grin, or like sideways. I don't know if this is anything. I mean, this is definitely bad. Yeah, I mean, that's always the fear, right? That you draw something, you draw it for the second time, you draw it for the third time, you draw it for the fourth time, and it still isn't right. And you really wish that you could have moved on by now. I'm not into the mouth. As much being closed. I feel like open or slightly pursed. Is totally fine. Man, I'm grimacing like crazy here. The eyes are weird, but I think we are getting somewhere. This is bizarre. Yeah, this is still gonna take a while. Gonna keep this here, but like, I can see a bunch of problems even with this version, even if I kept this, that I can just fix right now. Alright, so I'm gonna keep this around, but I'm definitely gonna do a Redux, aka redo. Oh, this. Okay, let's just draw the third panel now. Woo! Third. I thought they were playing Castlevania there. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. Bannerino. That's it. That's my one band per stream. And also the one interaction with chat per stream. Okay, this took strangely long to do. To do. Mm. 11. Looking at this now, I would probably put the steel beam to the left and put the boxing person to the right. If I even want to build any depth. I'll just draw the beam / pillar on a separate layer, and I'll be able to easily remove it in case I hate it. Okay, that's a tangent, but I can just move it. Boop. Oh, I mean, so far it might not be that bad, but it might also turn out that it feels like he's like hiding behind something instead of walking towards him. But it should be doing not really direct. But like extra strong right hooks. I think that's how I understand it. Her. I love drawing these Super Smash Bros. Visual effects. Sleep isn't on because we're moving to streaming. Boosh. Yeah, beat up that sausage. Don't know, I should be drawing too much detail from such distance. But like, as long as my brush pen... What? Brush pen? As long as my brush size is able to make marks... Like, it's gonna print so large. As long as my brush size can actually make marks. It's worth putting them in. Oh, as long as, capable of making distinguishable marks. That's the problem. Like sometimes you can just start adding details into things and then everything just melts together. Yeah, this pose isn't isn't very convincing. That's not... I have autoplay on again, don't I? How did that happen? Oh, no, never mind. Okay, I didn't know. What the heck? Right, so what I just drew, but better. Traps, neck stretched out. Yeah, that whole spin on that movement, I guess, might be nice. Yeah, I don't know if this is both if what humans look like slash what boxing moves look like, but it feels like it could be. Just want that twist in the torso, you know? I'm not sure if what I've drawn... You know what? Time to move on, I think. Or the bag might be the weakest link somehow, no? Do I have to draw a perspective grid for this? Okay, I know that I don't like this. It looks like I like the twist. What I dislike is that he's like punching away, you know, like he's way too far. If we look at it from above, it feels like he's here, right? And he's punching this way. Like, this is where his front foot is. This is where his back foot is. And he's like reaching all the way to his side. And I want it to feel more like the bag is right in front of him. And with the twist, his arm stops. So it's like technically the upper arm is like this, right? Like the tube of it. Then you get the elbow, and then you get the forearm. So the upper arm goes like this, and then the forearm goes like this. And that should sell like the torso and the fist are both further than the shoulder, and crucially the elbow like gets stopped in its track because of the weight of the bag. If I find a way to draw that, I think it's gonna look good. Got about 2 hours to do that. Okay, well, so I'm satisfied with this. Yeah, this is immediately better. With the caveat that the arm shouldn't be pointing down like that. I don't know. I just need it to go towards me and away from me, clearly. Right. So if I delete this, And then I gotta draw it this small, which is also funny. So that it prints this big. You know, you still gotta draw it. Well, though after I've spent so much time on it, now I really hope this is what's supposed to be happening. Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind it. I don't think it's gonna read that well small. I don't think it's gonna read that. I mean, it doesn't look good big, but might as well draw it like this. You know, the intention is clear. The intention is man hit bag. I love how thin boxing shoes are. Like if you draw any sole at all, it's already too thick. It should look thinner than a real naked foot. Maybe, I mean, maybe I'm over exaggerating, but it feels real. Man, I I tried exaggerating the impact onto the boxing bag. Bam. Bam. Sure. Right, what I want to establish is, okay, there's a window. There's another window. Wait, there would be another bag. Here? If this one is here, this was here, here. That means that the bag is like here. Sure. Perspective. And then I think I can start hiding things. In the background. Wait, is this where the window would be? Wouldn't I draw the window here? Maybe? I don't know. I'll try like this. I feel like I literally have drawn this like this. That What the heck? Where's that shitty fucking line? Where did that come from? Right, impact wrinkles. Right. Sometimes I'm wondering if, like, I'm not drawing, if maybe I'm drawing the background too organically, I don't know, too stylized. And then it like clashes with my intentions of drawing details on other parts, or sometimes I wonder if the details that I'm drawing, but I'm intentionally drawing too vaguely, are even like worth it, if they're maybe just contributing to making a mess of the compositions. Like, I don't fully believe in needing to draw super perfect environments realistically all the time. But when you don't really have a good grasp on how to stylize something, you're just caught somewhere in the middle, and it just isn't as appealing as you intended to be. And I feel like I always get myself stuck exactly in that problem. Like, it's one of the reasons why I'm dissatisfied with my results. There's like always the artists I admire, the ones that I look up to, the ones more experienced than I, always have that in common, right? They have some kind of intentionality to their mark making. You know, I used to think of it as confidence. But like, I can be confident. I can like pretend that I'm confident. I can just, you know, leave things vague and make expressive marks every now and then. But like, I still feel like my own art ends up feeling not mature. I was about to say immature, but that's a different kind of word. And I know that the audience can smell it, you know? There is a difference between expressivity and intention. Like, I always liked Paul Pope's art. Well, not always. I don't think I liked him the first time I saw him, but it grew on me. And then I wanted to learn from it. And that element of intentionality was definitely one of the things I looked up to in him the most. Like, he developed a style, a vision, and stuck to it. And you know, there's problems with it. The same faces, the limits to how readable some things can be, the busier scenes. But he knew how to work around those, which again comes down to the intentionality. Meanwhile, I'm just constantly waffling. It's like, should this be more detailed? Should this be more expressive? How much is enough? How do I actually draw like this problem or that problem? Like, how do my characters in the background look, right? Because you spend a lifetime learning how to draw characters, your main characters, your main cast. And then when you need to draw some randos in the background, you can't apply the same rigor that you did to your main characters. To those extras, if you will. They can't stand out. They can't be designed. They just have to stand there and watch me burn. I don't know why. Is that how this works? Sweaty, sweaty man. This might be one of the few moments where I will actually have to go back to this after I draw it. Whoa. And based on how dissatisfied I am with it, I might try and get some references in here. And get at least a better feel for how that connection works. Like I said, it's something that that I wasn't entirely sure. Ears. Massive neck. What's the blue line behind? What is that saying? Oh, that's just an arm? What is that? I have no idea what's happening. Maybe it's from... Well, I'm gonna ignore it. And maybe it goes away. Here. Oh, that's been a while ago. Maybe I should set up either my drawing thing should be set up better, or my cam should be taking a better shot of me. I mean, I don't think that it's gonna help. Me get reach. Oh wow, that's hilarious. Yeah, it's fine. What happened? There's a line here somewhere. Okay, I'm just gonna. Sound effects later. Oh. I'm nearing the weird face that I drew that I'm not satisfied with. I'm gonna have to redo. Could we go here first? Ooh. That was another good album. But also felt like should have kept it going. Fucking nerds. Should have figured out a texture for the shoe. I'm not gonna do it now. That's fun. Okay, well, what if I tried to just do something simple? Okay, it would help if it was roughly even gaps. So is this better than this? I'm gonna keep it for now, but I might end up removing it. Yeah, this is just better. Thank God I figured that out. Yeah, flipping it definitely helps. I've gotten quiet this stream. Yesterday it was because I was right after a meal. And today is just a very sleepy day. I don't know why. I mean, this is one of those pictures that you can actually let loose and use harder pressure, because that is more expressive. Make it feel like you're drawing with a rougher tool instead of literally the same size brush. Am I making the face again? Probably. It could still be angrier. But I think it works pretty well. Oh man, I should probably not leave these hoops in. Well, right. Yeah, maybe the blue lines one seems angrier and better. I'm gonna just dupe this and erase the eyes and try to recreate whatever the fuck I drew on the blue lines. Maybe that's it. Is that it? Well, it literally, quite literally, isn't it? Ah! This might be it. It's not quite it, but it might be it. Right, maybe this would also help. What is this? Oh. 8. Whoa. Yeah. It sucks that this took 2 hours. Doesn't feel like something that should be taking 2 hours, honestly. Gonna grab a waterino. I am back. And I know nobody's here, but I gotta pretend. Gotta keep the illusion alive. Wait, I can get a better posture. Shit, I got a great idea for a shit post. Did I make a fucking... Fuck. I deleted. Fucking... Down. This is getting worse and worse. You wouldn't download a better posture. There you go. Jesus Christ. I can't type. I know I can't type, but I can slowly assemble individual letters into ostensibly sentences. Well, this might be a hard picture. Was this still flipped? No, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna start drawing this flipped. And this is, I think this is just like objectively correct. Yeah, there might be something here, but whatever. Burp. Wait. Burp. Yeah. And then something happens with your armpit. I don't know. He shaves. Young men shave. Ooh. Now I'm still pulling most of the anatomy out of my butt. But it's like vaguely human. As long as it reads like human, and as long as the limbs connect to the other bits, and that reads either like a motion or a specific pose, we're good. Huh. Wait, wiping sweat. So that would be that way, probably. So this is where it would like collect, and it would go like this. That's too much. And that's cool, I think. It's too much, which is the perfect amount. Boxing gloves. Right. oddly shaped just blobs. Somewhat firm, but also sometimes soft. They just have this like you know, apple skin firmness and glisten, but at the same time protective softness of the squish. So like they have a lot of creases on the inside, and like they have some wears and tears, but not like full tears. They're not like ripped open, but like some bits are just creasy. Not greasy, but creasy. So maybe I should like draw a vein here and there. Sure. It's so weird. Veins are bizarre. And I don't know if, like, what is the limit that you need to break in order for veins to start appearing on your muscles? Like, what sort of mass are you looking for? And is that like even desirable? Or like when people bulk up, are there ways to avoid having bulging veins? I also feel like some character designs need those veins, right? But sometimes you want to like, even if it's a character that theoretically has the same amount of mass as another character, maybe you want to hold on the veins because you like don't want them to look too feral. You know what I mean? You don't want them to be, oh yeah, those sweat droplets are coming along nicely. I was so afraid of drawing sweat droplets, but once I started it, now I really can't. I just can't stop. It's like free texture. Okay, face goes on another layer. I've been struggling with this face too much to just trust myself that I'm gonna nail this one. I love this fucking goop of sweat. Okay, the head is slightly tilted down. I feel like I haven't really channeled that Daigo Ikeno weird face in a while. So maybe I should try and do that again. Although that usually means just bulging eyes and extruded chin. Protruded? Extruded? Just point it out. these eyes too big? Are those eyelashes bad? Man, I really do draw only one kind of mouth. This is kind of echino-like. I want to build out the beard with individual lines as opposed to just scribbles, because it helps you build the shape of the jaw better than just like blah, 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 blah. I mean, his mouth is way too widely open. Widely open? Open wide, I guess. Sweaty man. Sweaty man. I mean, I'm gonna go back. Really need to do this, sorry. Need to go back and add the sweat to this side as well. That's appropriate. Oh yeah. And like, even on here, I know it makes no physical sense. This is not why we're here. We're here to sweat and listen to Cassiopeia. Beard. Looking forward to flipping this and being extremely disappointed with myself. Man, hard to believe this is the finelings, but it looks messier up close. Swear. It starts to make more sense once you zoom out. Right. And I'm not satisfied with. And I could even do like the classic spit between teeth. You know how you put too much effort into a physical activity and then, okay, he should be, should I even be, I'm gonna merge it. Let's live dangerously. When you do too much of a physical activity and you forget to drink, so your mouth is just so sticky you can't even swallow. That's when that happens. Drop shadow. This drop shadow should have helped me, but I think it's actually value-wise not darker than the beard. So it's actually messing it up. Okay. This panel isn't done, but wait, no, I said I was gonna do the frown a little more pronounced, especially since I wanted to accentuate the head tilted down. Okay. So we do it like this, I guess. I mean, this man shouldn't be frowning all the time, right? But he's just that concentrated. This is a weird droplet. But a lot of these are good. I'm even gonna do like one over here. Right, let's get rid of the blue line. Okay, I mean, it is a picture. It's not super symmetrical, but it kind of works because of the shadow that... Okay, I mean, I could probably easily fix this. I was gonna say that it works because of the shadow that naturally like edges, it's like soft edges itself into the beard. Yay. Shh, this will be our little secret, okay? Tell no one. Okay, I gotta keep moving. Because there's another guy behind him. And that guy ain't sweating at all. Even though he has like a hat and a winter jacket on. What's the deal? Oh yeah. Do I want to do the clock behind him? I suppose I'm gonna. I don't think spatially it makes any sense based on where the page goes, right? Because it goes to this, and like when we cut to this shot, there's no clock behind. It's just darkness and a boxing ring. But you know, the script says, clock says 8:30, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna draw a clock. Whoa. Oh, he looks like he's about to say something, which is not supposed to be the case. So just try and draw a neutral ass face. Lid, eye. We're supposed to like look at him with some kind of admiration because like he's leaving, right? His boxing training is over while he's still grinding. Plus there was like an emotional scene that happened, or potentially emotional scene that happened right before this. So I gotta remember that that is still on the reader's and on the main character's mind when he approaches him like this. Okay. I have my doubts about this, but you know what? Let's just grab these. I have my doubts about this, but when I flip the page, we'll see how bad this is. Right. Sweater, collar. I think the neck would go all the way over here. Right, the zipper is, it is here. But it's half zipped up. Wait, no, this is a flipped, yeah, we're flipped, okay, never mind. Take it back. So the zipper is here. Jackets. Good job. Okay, I gotta draw these connections for the buttons. Hoodie. Gotta take a break from drawing small details on a jacket. Switch to the hat because it wasn't done, even though I already drew most of the face. Some drop shadow. There you go. Okay, bag. Oh man, I did it again. For some reason I got too expressive and the line width is different than most of the rest of this picture. Or most of the rest of this character right here. But I don't know what I'm doing. I need to readjust the shoulders and the way they connect to the head. Okay, I'm gonna do it like the way. Whatever. I was gonna go to the next page to check where his arm is on the other panels that I drew already, but like it doesn't matter. I can do this. It's like all the way at the edge of the panel. I don't have to be mega accurate all the time. I mean, almost never accurate at all, but In that instance, it really does not matter. That hand could have moved by the time we flip the page and we cut to the next panel. What? Man, I feel like every time I draw this jacket, it's warmer than before. Sure. Yeah, I'm keeping it. Do we flip now or after? I'm just gonna wait a little. It's just one beam that I'm gonna draw here. I mean, two. Does it make sense to even add texture to a little background element like this? Maybe I should. Nah. Okay, I'm gonna do a bigger one behind him. That's fun. Just some goop, some nicks, and you're good. Okay, what do we do about that clock? You know what? I'm not fixing that face. Still can't get enough of this sweat wipe. Also, I should do these. Yeah. I mean, technically, I should probably add some cast shadow over here as well, but I'm just too worried that it's gonna overpower the sweat. I want that sweat to stay. Okay, I'm gonna check how it's better with, right? It actually helps the sweat stand out, I think. I'm keeping it. Merge. Okay, what about the clock? I don't even know, like, where is that clock? Like, what wall is this clock hanging on? Is it in perspective? Is it dead flat on? I gotta give it some perspective. A distortion, I think. Only a little bit. Oh boy. What am I doing? I should actually look at what kind of clock I've drawn in the past. I did it once already. Right here. Gonna grab that clock. All right, yeah. There's decoration around it. Where the fuck did we just? I don't remember where the scene I was just thinking is here. So I just okay. I can get rid of the blue lines fully now. Put this over everything. And honestly, I'll just see when he was sweating, not as much as him. Totally different amounts of sweat. Because this guy grinds harder. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, am I flipped or am I not flipped? I'm not flipped. Fucking sure. Wait, what did you say? Oh yeah, check flag. Some poster of who knows what. Like, what even is this? Is that a butt? That could be an ear. That could be a butt. So this is some kind of somebody's back. No, wait, that's a butt. That's like a shoulder and a tricep, an elbow. I don't know. I'm just gonna guess here. I drew this, I think, months ago. I don't even remember. I don't even remember what that is. Check flag though is here. I mean, it doesn't need to be checked. I mean, maybe I don't draw a check flag. I don't know. It's not necessarily supposed to be taking place in Czechia. I don't understand. I don't know. I'm gonna choose not to draw a check flag. I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do? What are my options here? I guess I'm just gonna do the gym logo. Me and an alphabet. Thoughts. Okay, this is where it would continue. Circle with a circle inside. Oh no, I shouldn't be letting it even itself out. Okay, I didn't even shoot. I can just resize this if it's on a separate layer. Fat story. I'm gonna do like a I don't even know what I was trying to say that I'm gonna do. Like a cool design, like a 90s cool. Like this would be gradiented. Where would okay, this would be a B now. This would be a B. This would, okay, we would get a little bit of O here. I might need to erase this afterwards. If it looks, oh my god. If it looks too wonky. But like, it's like a shitty old banner, you know? Well, I would like edit this slightly. I don't know, this is what they would have done in the 90s. I was a baby in the 90s. You know what? It does seem kind of authentic. Yeah, I wanted to figure out where the center of this clock is. Is here. Okay. Oh no, we ran out of layers. I'm gonna merge the characters. Get this. Now the center. Could go. I could just put this here. Let's say 8:30. Wait, what's the clock? What does it look like again? Just gonna grab that. Copy. Delete. Paste. Oh, we actually had numbers on it. Hard to believe. Hard to believe. Nine. Oh, that's too far. I don't want to just draw it and then move it around. It always messes up with the sharpness of the lines. Okay, whatever. Merging it. I'm even gonna merge the pillars. I don't give a flying heck. Yeah, I don't even know where that clock is necessarily fixed up. But I think I originally intended it to be like quite high up. But the perspective of the rest of the scene doesn't currently line up with that. Like, this isn't a low enough angle of a shot to allow us to see both the characters and the clock. So I suppose they got another clock somewhere else. But it is the same clock? I don't know. I don't think it matters. That's the cold hard truth. I don't think it fucking matters. Okay, we got it. He's not supposed to look that young. Okay, the clock. It has numbers. Oh. Wait. Wait, can I still paste? Ah, it's back. No, yeah, okay. I'm not looking at how the numbers go, okay? I remember I can count to 12. I just wasn't sure whether like the numbers aren't all like set at the edge, you know? Like your 11 would be here, your 10 would be here, your 9 would be here. Like they are actually forming a circle. A circle that is kind of like uneven right now. Okay, I might have to move that hand after all. Unfortunate. The problem with that is that you gotta move the back as well. Okay, it's kind of good. It's kind of fine. Didn't even mess up the aliasing on that line as much. Fine. It's merged and everything. But I said that I was that. There's no speech bubbles in this. But I do need to add the sound effects, and some of... What? Yeah. And some of those sound effects are... Wait, what? Oh no. Does this layer have the sound effects? Well, not anymore. Right, so... As he approaches, as he walks out of the locker room, shots are echoing through the gym, and they're getting louder and louder as he gets closer. Wow, that's some god tier lettering right there. I'm gonna go and put a little over here. And go do a little squeak. And go back to do a little... Whoa. Yeah, I added droplets to a layer where they have no reason to be. Oh yeah, and then I wanna... Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind that it's like slightly illegible. Like you don't need to, like it doesn't hold any important information, right? It's just a sound effect. You're not reading this for any important information. You just ambiently feel what kind of sounds are resonating throughout the panel. Yeah, this was a little too... I mean, you shouldn't be drawing the background too dark. It's just that, I mean, he's gonna be dark in the foreground. He's got cast shadows, and typically you also want to, or it's useful. Sometimes you just throw a big gray tone over your foreground characters, and it sort of works like, a focus pull or something. You know what's also cool? They do that in manga, right? There's like a glow around some characters like this, and it feels like there's just heat rising from them, right? Or like they're surrounded by by a mist created just by their beat up bodies, which are like hotter than the air around them. So this might feel good. Yeah, I like it. Oh, I got about 40 more minutes of stream. I don't know how much I'm gonna be. Is this flipped? It's not flipped. This is unflipped, aka deflipped. Right. So what do we draw now? I guess I have this to ink. The gutters aren't even drawn here. So this will be way less sweaty, unfortunately. I wish I could just draw incredibly sweaty people. But man, you gotta have some contrast in life. You gotta have some sweat. You gotta have some dryness. A drought. Okay, yeah, okay. If these three panels are supposed to be the same size, oh, I clearly just did it already, so whatever. But I can do it. I can just multiply this one panel 3 times, or rather 2 times. I go doop. I go doop. Whoa, never mind. I guess they are not the same size. Look at me. I'm full of surprises. But why? The middle one can be smallest, right? It's literally just a detail or close up. Meanwhile, the back one makes sense to be the largest because you have both characters. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna make the first one the largest, because if you have to draw a character in the foreground, which as you can see, I did not exactly pencil all that well. It's gotta be a lot of work still. Like if you want to have good perspective on that character, and if it's supposed to work well with the other guy, plus the crowd behind him, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, I'm gonna just merge these. There's nothing else here, right? Yeah, okay. Beep boop. Even though I'm not drawing. I'm not inking this yet. I have to literally pencil this first. Oh man, how unfortunate. I really thought I was in the clear, and that I'll just be drawing drawing inks today / in the future. Okay, at least we have our panel borders, bro. Man, I don't want to be penciling. I mean, at least this is a fun character to draw. But like, this was the initial layouts, right? Completely illegible. Second version of layouts with better panel, sizes and everything. But you still kind of can't ink over these, or I can't ink. Because I'm a fraud. Wait, I'm a fraud who didn't grab his tea, and I want my tea. Tea acquired. Music stopped. Luckily, they got a bunch of more albums. Right. Tea acquired. It's appropriately gross. Right. Do I start doing this flipped? I guess I'm gonna do it flipped. But small ear. Eyebrows raised. Big bald head. Right, wait, I gotta... I forgot what they're wearing. Right, he has a tank top and shorts. And he has sweatpants and a hoodie. Makes sense. Cool, so... Unless he, like, took off some of his clothes when they were in the park. Wait, I'm not gonna do raised eyebrows. You should be like, huh? Not, huh? Wait. That's more appropriate. Move that more into the skull. He doesn't have a... His nose isn't pointed up like that. You shouldn't be like super frowny here. But he should be like looking over... sort of, weirded out, because why is this weird little kid, some weird little weirdo following them now? So it might be a little sweaty, not as sweaty as our previous page, but you're gonna be sweating. Right, and then some neck beard. So they're all bouncing and jogging. Would it be like a V-necky? Maybe he would even have... Yeah, I think this is the vibe for this guy. Maybe he would be wearing dog tags. Wait, he doesn't... Wait. If it's a tank top, does it go like this? There's different kinds of tank tops. That's the problem. Like, there's a difference between a military tank top and a basketball tank top, and I don't even know if those are called tank tops. Sleeveless shirts, sleeveless whatevers. Whatever. Does he have a tattoo? I don't remember. I think no. Yes? No, I think... This might be the kind of guy that thinks tattoos are for hippies. And like, not non-straights. And he is very straight. Trust him, bro. Oh, I could do like a turn around like this. Huh? I'm not above that. I'm not above doing some what is it called? Paternalistic guides? I guess, I don't know, whatever. Okay, I drew a little bit of a fist. So you can't tell me I avoid drawing hands. I mean, you can tell me, but I have a plausible excuse / I can deny it. Like, he's just a silhouette. Just trying to draw a silhouette of a jogging boy. Also bouncing. Okay, what's in the background? And is there like a wintry mist in the background? Wait, so, yeah. As you can see on the next panel, the city is like left behind. So where they are right now is just almost the complete periphery, which makes it all the weirder that some guy is just following them now. I don't know, there might be like power lines. I'm just gonna executively decide that there's nothing around. And if it turns out that there should be something around, then, you know, I'm gonna be the one adding it back in. Right. And he's like startled. He's like, huh? He's looking at me. I did not account for this. I did not account for being seen following them for no reason. So what do I do now? Surely this genius sleuth has a plan. Wait, am I even gonna like draw any facial details? I'm kind of worried. I'm not that worried. But maybe some people will be confused who this is. Who? Does this hoodie have these, I guess, strings? I guess they all do. Maybe they don't all do, but it doesn't hurt to add it. Right. See, I'm gonna draw 2 entire hands now. There's one. Here's another one. Knuckle. Fingy. Easy. I'm just gonna have to move the arm a little bit. Wait. Pants. Pants in motion. Right. Like this. So background. Now I do actually have to draw the background though, because the whole point of this shot is to see not only that he's following them. Okay, where's the horizon though? Is the horizon actually here? Horizon line? I mean, I guess if this is leading to it, then it better be. Where would it go if I did this? I kind of want is gonna have to fade out before like it reaches the horizon though, you know? But that doesn't necessarily mean that it terminates here, you know? It can terminate up above, but we're gonna have to have like some atmospheric haze blurring the lines between the city in the background and the road that they're on, or something. Or it could be like they ran over a hill or whatever, I don't know. Either way, I have to draw something on the ground here, so I am choosing to believe that here is where the horizon line is. And there's like a ditch here, some overgrowth and garbage, broken ass road, just to help sell the space that it's like getting further away. Okay, and then there's the other side of the road. So that would be this side. That has some shrubs, some weeds or whatever. And it does here too. Maybe maybe not enough, not wide enough up close. Okay, another layer for the actual city. I think there should be, well actually, I don't want to just draw boxes, right? Like especially at the edges of cities, you still got like maybe small little farms or like houses with roofs like this, and like barns, and then like an old tree. Or some like other kind of old-ish building. And then in the background you can do the actual city with the commie blocks and stuff. And like a church, right? But I don't remember if there would be. I'm gonna draw a goddamn church tower at least. And I wonder if there's, yeah, whatever. Let's draw a few poles with something. That also helps sell the space. This makes no sense. Here. A little bit. I don't know what the... Okay, so where the church would be? I don't know where it would be. I don't really want to... I don't really want to add too much detail in here, actually. This might all be done just on the horizon as like a silhouette with a gray tone. Instead of... Because all that detail instantly like brought it way too close, right? And what we were trying to draw is like the funny situation of some guy following them into the middle of nowhere. So I better just let the poles stay and then figure the rest out in the gray tones. Right, moving on. How many layers is this? Merg. Right. Okay, this is going to be unnecessarily hard to draw. So he quickly turns around. And is tying his shoe. Because that's not a suspicious behavior at all. Okay, it's too thin. Where's my pen date? No, it's vibing. It's vibing. Right, sweatpants. Nice. This is going to be so easy to draw, right? No reference. Beep boop, beep boop. I mean, I know what arms do. Vaguely, I've seen an arm or two in my 34 years on this planet. Okay, just the back goes all the way over. Shadow in his eyes. I mean, he's only pretending to be tying his shoe. I don't have to, like, literally, figure out what kind of knot he would be using. But then again, like, if he's pretending with his back for that guy, maybe he should be pretending for the viewer over here as well. Like, for us. Either way, this is not, well, I mean, obviously I didn't draw it in the right spot, but yeah, I don't know how perspective-wise this is gonna work. Like, again, where's the horizon? I mean, I guess I'm putting the horizon here. And the vanishing point. So, if this is roughly, I don't know, if he stood up, it'd be like half of his thigh, right? So that means this guy's, yeah, okay, thigh would be on this level. And so would all of these, I guess? So they would still be here? It should still be obvious that he's only, like, he's still running, even though he's turned around. I don't think that's super clear. I mean, it's better than the sketch that was underneath. I would prefer to move on and figure the rest of this drawing on the inks. Okay, now he's confused, or like thinking. Anyway. he wouldn't have his lower lip hung like that or hanging down like that. Yeah, this is way better. It kind of doesn't look on model, but still sweaty. It could also be the kind of shirt that looks more like a shirt that you ripped the sleeves off of. Is this anything? I don't know. Moving on. Oh yeah. Right, so he runs off and leaves him behind. Could possibly be even closer. Dude, I have to draw a perspective grid again. But this time, the horizon would be here, no? Or maybe at his chest. I moved it around his chest height. What the heck? What's happening? Stay. There you go. At his chest height, there would be the horizon, but that would also mean that like his head would be around here. Or you know what I mean. Like if his thigh is roughly where his head would be, like it was over here, and then if we draw our perspective, then he would be over here, still pretending to be tying his shoe while he's running off. Okay, thigh stays, crotch, chest, head would be about this big. Shorts. Right. I might do it a different way. I might decide where the horizon line / the vanishing point is, not based on arbitrary reasons, but on how I want to compose these two. Because this is too extreme, I think. Like if I had my vanishing point over here, I would do this. It would go through his head. And if it went through his thigh over here, then we wouldn't fit anymore. So that's what I definitely don't want to do. But I do like this this layout or this composition where he's just, over here and he's way in the foreground, but it's still his entire body so that I can actually draw him, turning around, having a neutral expression on his face again, and just concentrating on his running and catching up with the rest of the group. So I'm just gonna draw this and then scale that down appropriately. And then I'm gonna figure out the vanishing point and everything based on what looks good, and then fix everything with that in mind. Right, I didn't even fucking fit him properly. Oh, okay, that's fine. Scale it down, scale it down. I guess it fits kind of well. Maybe the legs are too long. I've always been a legs too long drawer. I mean, I guess it could be here, but the vanishing point itself is, I guess wait, what am I talking about? Would the vanishing point be here? I mean, I guess that's what I'm implying. Well, anyway, stuff in the background, shrubs over here, dirt over here. Oh, see, those buildings just seem so massive and so close, and they shouldn't be. You should be on the periphery. I think, at least that's how I understand how it's described. Fine then. Next panel. Right, he turns around. And checks that he can still follow them. Just some basic expression. Wait, I lost the cheekbones completely. But the neck should be still kind of bent. You're still looking over your shoulder. You're still hunched over on the ground. There's a hoodie. Right. Were there any poles on this side? I'm kind of confused because I flipped the page, so I don't know what's correct anymore. Right. Like, what is What is happening? I don't even know where the horizon line is again. I suppose here-ish. I feel like now it doesn't really even matter. Because I think we're like cutting through, like, or rather, this is a little more stylized. Although they still need to clearly be running in that direction. It needs to be following them again. Yeah, I don't know about this page exactly. I mean, I'm literally just drawing a just as shitty version of that sketch that I have underneath there. This is probably not helping me at all. You can't even tell it's him. I'll have to figure that out later. It is too late to use brain. I was just trying to ink some pages today because it was a brainless kind of day. Okay, and again, like, I can't draw this environment in line. I have to leave that up to the gray tones and like mist and atmospheric haze. That'll help sell the distance. I mean, I think objectively it's better than the sketch that we started with, but not by much. Not by much. So he turns around, sees a silhouette. He gets startled, starts tying his shoe. It's weird because it cuts from this, which is a shot from the front, to another shot in the front, from the front, but it isn't actually a shot from the front. And even like the 180 degree rule is upheld because you got him over here, him over here. There's the distance between them, and the camera's looking at them like from here, right? Same here, like he's here, he's here, the camera's like over here, and then like we flip the camera, but we still stay on, he's here, he's here, he's still right, and he's still on the left, or on the left, like he was all along. And even here, right? Which basically goes back to this shot. But it is a little confusing because this is the front and he's still facing us, or rather he's facing us again, but the camera has switched. But you know what? I don't think I care. I'm just saying that I recognize that might be a problem. And if you were shooting a film, you would have like a quick action where after the cut, he turns around, right? I'm already drawing the action that follows the turning around. Like, you can't draw everything. This comic is already bloated. Anyway, I am done for today. Let's just review the last page I actually drew. It's been streaming for 3 hours, and during that time I mostly inked this and did nothing else. And you know what? I think I'm satisfied with this page. I feel like every page is a slight departure from the previous page in style. I just can't keep a consistent style. Anyway, if anyone's actually been watching, thank you for watching. If anyone's actually been listening, thank you for listening. I will stream again, but the day I say goodbye. And good night.